Even though the cases for COVID-19 are rising in India, it's also rising in other countries, not just India specifically. So, like the fact that he just wrote like India, yeah, makes it like racist or.
Because I think now the generation, everyone the same.
Being called Indian variant is not really nice. They can just say you can call it by the name itself of the virus itself. Why do you have to call it Indian variant? It's not like it's created in India. It developed there. It's not a creation there also, and yeah.
Not only India is having COVID, but the whole world is having COVID also lah. Stop the racism.
So if it's a blanket kind of thing that you do for all nations, all countries, it's fine. But then if it's just for India, I don't think it's fair.
It's a tough question to answer because you'd have to compare it to similar circumstances from similar countries. I don't know any offhand that are in such dire circumstances as the Indian population faces, so it's tough to say.
I don't think so. I feel that the guy is probably wanting to protect Singapore, but I feel that he shouldn't be protesting it because it can actually spark like the public to have like many opinions and like arguments.
White people, if they stand in the beach too long, they can get as dark as black people.
I don't think it's racist because it's necessary to prevent more cases of COVID-19 in Singapore.
No. Of course not. No. Of course not. Because of the COVID.
It's important to like protect citizens from now, so like we build like a safe country. And then after this thing is over, then we can like slowly open up the borders.
I think as Singaporeans, we're not really. We have Indian people in Singapore, so I don't think it's really more of racism. It's more like a health concern.
India has COVID-19 cases on the rise, so it's very unsafe for people to travel. Sometimes like the COVID cases may increase as people inside the flight might have been positive to COVID-19 cases, and the cases might increase and more people can die from it.
If it had been not India and somewhere else, I'm sure the authorities will also impose the same regulations and rules.
There are too many cases that are coming from India, and you just want to stop the spreading from India to other countries.
I mean, India doesn't mean it's Indians. It just means the people living there. And like, of course, people will think about themselves more. And like, safety is always first, so I wouldn't think it's racist.
Considering like the new variant, like it's more risky for us Singaporeans. So yeah, I don't think it's racist. I think it's practical, yeah.
Basically, you have to understand the situation in India right now. So the government is just doing their part to try to curb down the spread of the disease, that's all.
I think that the way that he protested was not like an intelligent move, but overall I think it's reasonable and it's not racist.
I think the government did it mainly to protect the people.
I think he's just looking out for the well-being of the country. But I think the approach is a bit too aggressive and it seems a bit too racist because he's just like pointing out one country like that.
If they think it's racist, then they are just childish. Like, people just want to live their life. And then somehow I heard that the news that they say India got less oxygen because of the coronavirus. Like, I just pity them. I don't think it's racist.
You're just being cautious because if people come here, then later everyone kena COVID, then lockdown here also.
You can't say it's racist when it's just the COVID cases.
If we bring on more COVID cases to Singapore, then there will be a rise in Singapore, and it will affect us as well.
I don't find that racist. There's no remarks of anything. We know that India has like half a million COVID per day, so I think it's better to be safe than sorry.
It's a good choice, but I don't think it's racist. I just think that the government should make it more transparent in terms of how they actually cover the news.
He's just trying to protect Singapore, he's trying to protect India because the situation is getting worse for Singapore as well. We are going to phase 2 again.
Currently, the situation in India is very bad right now. So the government has to take extra measures to ensure that the virus doesn't really spread more in Singapore, because currently it's also slowly spreading out.